Hello, tour strikers out there. Had a question on one of the GolfWrx blogs about the hands and what happens during impact, the turn down. So we've got just a sand wedge, but I've got one of my new gizmos. It's going to be called the Tour Striker Educator. I was going to call it the Accelerator for some of you that know that, but it's called the Educator. So because it educates the hands. So it goes down on the shaft and adheres itself with this cap right here. Okay. And what it does is it helps you understand your wrist conditions. And the thing about it that makes it kind of unique in the market, there's John Ryan Weaver's got a great product that is similar to this, but it doesn't adjust. Mine adjusts. You can turn it, you can take it, and you can do putting drills with it, a variety of different things because it's got an adjustability feature here that makes it kind of neat. Anyway, one thing that I like my students do when they're practicing with this, with the prototype, is just not to get it tight in place. Just put it in place, get your vertical left wrist on the shaft, so just a nice standard address hand location, and on the way down, learn how to turn the educator out of the way. So now if I come back into the address hand location position, you can see that on the way down, I've actually had some turn down of the golf club. I turned it down a little bit more. So from a down the line perspective, it looks like this. So my address position, backswing, and on the way down you'll see a lot of good players have this little move where they show some turn down. A gentleman named Mr. Hogan talked about this look in his book, the five modern fundamentals of golf. Anyway, so ideally in golf, there's a million ways to do it, but as long as we take that club face, get it squarely on the back of the golf ball with the right descending blow and a little bit of forward shaft lean, you're going to hit a lot of good shots when the ball's on the ground. I mean, you can do a lot of things when the ball's on the tee and pick it, but we have to play it on the ground for the most part, so you have to learn how to do it right. So to address that downward strike, so there's my vertical left wrist, my hands on there. On the way back, at some point, there's a nice cuppy top of the backswing position, which is fine, but at some point you're into impact, you're not going to arrive in this cup. You're going to have some kind of a flat condition. You're going to have to learn to push this thing out of the way a little bit. So what's nice about this tool, there's a variety of drills, and one of them is just simply to learn how to turn down your left wrist a little. That sensation that will help you have some forward shaft lean and downward strike. Some players, depending on how they put their hands on there, they might turn it out of the way a little bit more by the time they get to impact. Some players, your poor players that are hitting up on the ball, won't turn it out of the way at all. They'll just leave it there. Anyway, this is one example of one of the things you can do with the educator, and hope that answers your question on the blog. Thank you.